Hello, welcome to Daily News from Al-Jayat TV. Scholarly meetings of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom, Iran. The house of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Husseini Shirazi in the holy city of Qom in Iran continues to host scholarly meetings with the attendance of senior scholars, clerics, and public groups of believers. During these meetings, His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi answered questions about the exact date of the start of the prophetic mission, the revelation of the Holy Quran, equality between men and women, and rulings on traveling. Director of Public Relations Office of Gran Ayatollah Shirazi visits Office of the Grand Jurist in Syria. Sayyid Arif Nasrullah, the Director of the Public Relations Office of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi, visited the office of His Eminence in Damascus during his trip to the Syrian capital. In this visit, Mr. Nasrullah was welcomed by Sheikh Hassan Abdul Hadi, the Director of the Grand Jurist's Office, and some other religious scholars in this city. In this meeting, both sides talked about the recent political and religious developments in Iraq and Syria. In his remarks, Mr. Nasrullah hinted that Iraq is going through a very harsh phase in which the people are suffering a lot. He then mentioned some recommendations of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi to follow the thoughts and teachings of the Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them. Fatima Zahra Institute celebrates birth of Imam Ali, peace be upon him, in Kabul, Afghanistan. Fatima Zahra Institute, affiliated to the office of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi in the Afghan capital, Kabul, held a ceremony to celebrate the birth of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. The ceremony was attended by some members of the office of the Grand Jurist in Kabul, during which the participants recited eulogies and poems in honor of the commander of the faithful. Seminars on the life and legacies of Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, peace be upon him, as well as religious lectures and giving out gifts to children were other parts of the ceremony. Imam Sadiq Center honors birth of Imam Ali, peace be upon him, in the U.S. Imam Sadiq Center, affiliated to the office of His Eminence Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in the U.S. state of Michigan, held a ceremony to celebrate the birth of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. The ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, as well as several cultural and religious figures. Sheikh Muhammad Taqi Zakari, the director of the Imam Shirazi World Foundation, Mr. Nazar Haidar, the director of the Iraq's Media Foundation in Washington, and Sheikh Jafar Al-Hairi, the director of Imam Sadiq Center, were among the main speakers of this ceremony. Imam Shirazi World Center celebrates birth of Imam Ali, peace be upon him, in Canada. Imam Shirazi World Center, affiliated to the office of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi in Canada, held a ceremony to celebrate the birth of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. The ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, who listened to a speech by Sheikh Saleh Sivay and eulogies by some other reciters. Rasul Adham Institute mourns martyrdom of Lady Zainab, peace be upon her, in holy Kadhimiya, Iraq. Rasul Adham Institute, affiliated to the office of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Kadhimiya, held a ceremony to mourn the anniversary of the martyrdom of Lady Zainab, peace be upon her. The ceremony was attended by several believers and servants of the Husseini rituals. Recitation of the Holy Quran and the ziyarat of Lady Zainab, peace be upon her, were the main parts of this ceremony. Fatima Zahra Institute donates food baskets to needy in Damascus, Syria. Fatima Zahra Institute, affiliated to the office of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Kabul, donates food baskets to needy and low-income households in the Sayyida Zainab district in the Syrian capital, Damascus. This charity work was conducted on the anniversary of the martyrdom of Lady Zainab, peace be upon her. Masumin Foundation celebrates birth of Imam Ali, peace be upon him, in Ghana. The Masumin Foundation, affiliated to the office of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi in Ghana, held a ceremony to celebrate the birth of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. The ceremony was attended by public groups of Shia believers and lovers of Ahlul Bayt, peace be upon them, who listened to a speech by Sheikh Suleiman Adham about the virtues and the unique qualities of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. Representative of Gran Ayatollah Shirazi visits office of Ayatollah Khaqani in holy Najaf, Iraq. Sayyid Haidar al-Hajjar, the director of the Public Relations Office of His Eminence Gran Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Najaf, took part in these celebrations hosted at the office of Ayatollah Khaqani in the city to honor the birth of the commander of the faithful, Imam Ali, peace be upon him. Many cultural, religious, and social figures, as well as representatives from the offices of Islamic authorities, were present in this ceremony.